Hello everyone. I am here to do another pocket for this ocean journal. It is going to be a what's it called? Oh my god, the word just flew out of my mouth, out of my brain. It'll come to me in a second. Anyway, I'm just going to be a funky binding. It's a Reader's Digest ocean theme journal. It's got 5 signatures. Each signature is covered in an actual vintage map. Each signature has some bubble printed pages. I have a playlist for all of this. And I've been doing some interactive pockets that are going to go in between. The first one is an envelope. The second one is this slot pocket. This is inked tracing paper on this side, and on this side is regular slots. And then it's going to be sewn, it's going to be glued closed. Once I have it sewn in, I'll glue this closed. And then I made most recently this pocket that's going to have a journaling card that's going to have fringe on the side. And this is a this is a belly band. There is let me get a different card. There's a pocket. Did I glue that together? Nope, there's a pocket there. And then there is a pocket here. And that's been sewn. And then on the back, there is a pocket here. And then there's a big pocket here. And then obviously this will be sewn, so there's a pocket there. And so I need to make my last interactive pocket page. And for that, I want to do a collaged frame. So this is my list: the envelope, the multi-pocket pocket, the inked tracing paper, and then here's my collage frame. So on one side, I want to have a collage frame with the window using the inked tracing paper. And then on the back, I'm going to have an interesting belly band. So that's what I'm working on now. So the first thing I need to do is I'm going to use this as my base, and I need to cut the base frame. And instead of being folded over, it's just going to be a single piece of paper. Oh, that's an interesting thought. I just realized I kind of need to have it folded over, don't I? So that I can pierce the fold and sew it in. That's okay. I have a thought for that. Okay, so it needs to be 7 1/4 inches tall. And this isn't really directional, so it doesn't matter. And I think I remember that 7 1/4 is right after that bend, that hinge. So 7 1/4 tall. I'll save that as a scrap. And then it needs to be 10 wide. Actually, it doesn't need to be 10 wide. It only needs to be, if I'm folding it like this, but I want to leave only an inch because I want to collage the other edges of the frame. It should be 5 + 1 is 6. Is this the right, did I have this going the right way? I lost track of my paper. Yeah, 7 1/4 that way, 6 this way. I'll do 6 and a smidge to account for the fold. Putting that away. And then I want to have a 1 inch, I want it to fold it at an inch there. So I'm just going to use the guide as, oops, I could feel that cut in a little bit, but that's okay. I will use some washi tape to reinforce it. Okay, yeah. So I want to fold this like this. So this is going to be one edge of the frame, like that. But I need to reinforce it because I just pressed too hard with that. But I do have some matching washi. So I'm going to reinforce this with some washi. And I think I'll do it on the inside. I think that's fine. Oops. Well, that's annoying. Because I could feel when I pushed down with the bone folder, I could feel it pierce the paper, which, you know, that happens from time to time. Okay, so that looks a bit the right height. I'm going to put some glue stick on the washi tape, but, you know, because that's what we do. We want it to be permanent. Okay. Works better with shorter pieces. But we're going to get there. So how are you all? I hope you're all well. Today is Wednesday, and I had to go into work this morning for a meeting that went quite well, actually. I started thinking about school, but in an entirely positive way, which was really nice. It was nice to see some of my colleagues, and we had a really nice meeting, and we got stuff done, and yeah, it was a positive day. So I'm kind of excited thinking about school, which is nice to have a day like that happen during the summer when you feel positive and hopeful and expectant. So that was good. Okay, so what I want to do is, so this is going to be, let me just double check my height before I go to all the trouble of making it. Yes, perfect. 7 1/4 high. So I want to use some of my scraps for the other sides of the frame, and then I will sew around. So what do I have here? I have that little piece. I have some of these shells. So apparently I've decided I'm going to make them an inch. I shouldn't have put this away. An inch wide. So there's another little piece. So see what I'm thinking is that I'm going to piece together a frame. So that's an inch. And then I have some of these shells. These are different shells. So I'm going to make an inch of that. But then because this is double-sided, excuse me, I can do an inch of the fishy side. And I can actually, no, I don't want to do that. So I've got shells and fishies and other shells. Oh, I've got a lighthouse one. So this one is a lighthouse. I'm going to try and catch. See, if I do an inch just at the end, I'm going to miss these lighthouses. So I think I'm going to cut that off there. And then I want to catch the lighthouses like that. All right, let us look to see what we've got going here. See, I'm thinking, well, this is going to have to go like that. These shells could go like this. These fishies can go like that. This one can go like this, and then these shells can go like this. And they'll overlap, and then I'll cut the excess off. And maybe I'll keep going around a little bit because I have some of these other offcuts. Okay, so the next question, do I want a mitered corner? Do I want to be fancy? Because that will still, I'm going to try it. So I need a pencil. So I'm going to make a mark right here at this little corner here. And then I should be able to just cut from corner to that mark, and I should have a miter. Because I think I'll probably sew around it at the end as well, so that'll work. Yeah, I like that. So I'm just going to glue down this corner. Like that. And I want it to be, the top sides to be parallel. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing here at the bottom with my fishies. Do I want it like that? No, I'll do it like this. And then my pencil mark will go right there. And then I will go from there to the corner. And then I'll put some glue on this side. And again, this is just temporary holding because I think I will indeed sew around. So that's that corner. And then the lighthouses. Where was my lighthouse? Here's my lighthouse. It's gonna go like this. Ah, no, I want my lighthouse to go like this. Ah, miter. If I miter it, it doesn't quite reach. It's okay. That's all right. I'll still miter it. It'll still be fine. Okay. So I'm gonna cut that corner there. And then the lighthouse is gonna peek out from behind. That's fine. And then make sure that's parallel with the edge. Because I also have to stick the tracing paper on the back. Okay, so that's that edge. And then for this one, do I want fishies? I thought I had another. Ah, yes, these shells. Like that won't be a mitered corner. Do I want to do a little piece right there so that I can miter the corner? I think I do. So I'm just going to cut that like that. I'm just going to eyeball it. I think it'll be fine. So that will come to the edge. Like so. And then for a miter, let me glue this together first. So I would love to have that nautilus showing. So I think I'm going to do it like this, which means from right about there down is my glue. That. my miter will go from here to the corner. Like that. I think I will just straighten this edge. There we go. And I'll straighten this edge. There we go. Come on. So nothing else has been going on too terribly exciting over here. We had a couple of days of weather that was a little less brutal, and then it's supposed to be in the hundreds tomorrow. Today's like the transition day, so it's ramping up and it's quite hot and humid out there. And let's see. Yeah, that's about it. That's about all that's happening. There we go. We have a little page frame with some various and sundry patterns. Do I have some other things that I want to stick on here? I'm going to be putting some of this behind. Have that one. I was thinking of trying to do one that was not super dark in terms of the inking so that you could see what's behind. And sometimes the corner, yeah, I think I'll do that one. So I just need to snip it across there and like that. So I'm just going to eyeball it. Like that. And then that should go like that. Sorry, like this. Okay, so I'm just going to glue around the edges there. And like I said, I do intend to sew as well. I'll probably do 2 rows of sewing, one right around the frame edge and one around the outer edge. Ooh, I have to think about where do I want, I forget where I want the pocket to be for this. Do I want this to be a top loading pocket or a side loading pocket? I need to think about that. Corner there. And I think I didn't get this edge right very well here. Okay. This corner down here. I just want to get this corner down here. Okay, so then when I flip it back this way, oh, I like that. So also remember the thread that goes around is like another, it's a turquoisey blue as well. So I think that looks pretty cool. So I think I'll do another side pocket so that I can have the fringe on the side be, oh, but I'm gonna have a belly band in the back. So maybe this should be a top loading pocket. Yeah. So the belly band on the back will obviously be a side pull out. So I think I should make this one on the top be a top loading pocket. So I'm going to commit and make a thumb hole cutout like that. Okay, and now for the belly band on the back, I wanted to use one of these envelopes. And I think I will once again, I'll replace the window. I'm just thinking, do I want it to go this way? Because if I go this way, you can have a pocket going behind the belly band, as well as a pocket into the space. Let me take the envelope apart first, and then we'll decide. So it needs to be 7 1/4 tall. I decided that was about 7 1/4 tall. And I want it to be, see, it is about a little less than an inch on this side of the envelope. So I think I want it to be symmetrical. And I'm just going to cut inside of the return address line there. It's not going to be perfectly symmetrical, but it's going to be close. Like that. Okay, so that, oops, that doesn't look straight, does it? Does that look wonky? That is about 3 inches, and that is significantly less than 3 inches. Whoops. So let's go right to the 3-inch mark. Nope. Let's go to the 2.5-inch mark. Nope. Let's go to that mark there. And make sure it's all lined up straight. And I'll just shave off that edge there. Okay, that's better. Okay, so in order to, okay, that works. Get rid of that. So I want to remove this plastic window and replace it with my inked tracing paper window. Maybe I'll try the inked, well, the ink tracing paper really does work better than the vellum. Maybe I'll make some envelopes out of the vellum. Why is this not peeling off? This is usually easier to remove. Huh. There we go. And the inside. There we go. Okay. Removing this. Okay, and I'm going to use a piece of this. And that fits quite nicely, doesn't it? Just like that. Okay. And I will ink around this edge. Oops. It still has some plastic on it. Which, if I sew it, it shouldn't really matter. Not really cooperating. Interesting. All right, well, I suppose it's not going to come off. Okay, there we go. Which side do I want facing out? They're really pretty similar. I want this side facing out. And I will will just place that on my frame there where my pocket's going to be. And I kind of do want to get these corners down because if you're sliding things in and out, I don't want to create an edge that might catch. Because that's always frustrating when you're trying to slide something into a pocket and it's got like a little catchy edge. I forgot to refill that again. There we go. Oh, I think that's quite good. You can see that is going to look like that. Oops. And then I can sew it on 3 sides here, or 3 sides here. Let's see, it's going to be, oops, let me grab a baby wipe and wipe down my mat. Give me 1 sec here. Brand new container. Should be nice and moist. Yay. Okay. Get the sticky stick off. Give it a pass with a dry wipe. Okay. So, pull in my pocket. There's the front. Turn the page, it's going to be on the back. I was thinking I would have, this would be a double pocket, so I'll have a there. Or you know what I can do is I can just glue and sew the top and the bottom, and it will be a true double belly band in that it will have a pass through. So I think what I should do is reinforce this back bit. So I'm just going to glue this down. And then I'll reinforce it with another piece of envelope. Because this piece of envelope is indeed, it's just going to tear off that bit. And here. Because it is dyed. Double dyed. So I can just, maybe I will, if I reinforce it like this, oh, no, but that's not going to be opening and closing. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Where's my fold? I'm just going to reinforce it like this. I cut that. I think I can just cut this off. And then I will cut the rest off on the back. So let's use some glue stick for this. Just because envelopes are kind of thin, and if you're, you know, catching stuff accidentally as you're sliding stuff back and forth, I want it to have a bit of reinforcement. And I just want that to go on straight like that. And then I will just trim from here. And that back you're not going to see because that's going to be facing the back of the thing. So there we go. That will be my double. I'm worried about this. I am worried about the edges here. I feel like these edges need reinforcement. Should I just reinforce them with some envelope? Or should I give them something sturdier? I could do some, I have plenty of envelope here. Let's just do it with envelope. So I can do some with this piece of envelope. So I can reinforce it there. Because it would be very sad if it like tore, you know what I mean? And I'm going to line it up with the edge of the window because I want the tracing paper to be seen. And then like that, like that, and like this. I'll also secure the window in a smidge. And then down that side, like that. And then I will just flip it over and cut off the excess. Missed a spot. Okay. There we go. And a nice sturdy double belly band. There we go. I like it. And then I will sew that on just like that. Trim how it wants to lay a little bit. There you go. Like that. And then I'll sew all the way around, and then you'll be able to go in that way and in all the way behind as well. Do you think I should have some thumb holes here? Or maybe just on the top? Let's try that. Let me put a piece of card behind because it's damp and it might get mushy. Try and center that-ish. I thought that might be an issue. There we go. There. So now that you can see, you'll be able to see that there's a thumb hole here and that there's going to be something sticking out from behind as well. Okay, so I'm going to sew around that, and I will show you the finished product when I'm done. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and if you could, please give me a thumbs up, a like, and a subscribe, and say hello in the comments. It's always nice to hear from folks. Have a good day. Stay safe. Bye-bye.